class of 2019. You have no idea how much fun it is to be here tonight. I highly recommend that you attend your class reunions. It is amazing group therapy. When I was your age, I wanted to speak at my own graduation. But there was some rule about having to be at the top of your class. Well, with these classmates, there's no way that was going to happen. And it won't take you long to figure out why I wasn't one of them. But I decided this is way better. 25 years ago, when my son spoke at his graduation, he had to meet with a speech teacher a time or two for critiquing and rehearsing. Not me. You're getting me unrehearsed and uncensored. I'd like to begin by telling you a little bit about our graduation. It won't take long. I only remember a few highlights. It was on Friday evening, May 23rd, 1969. Tonight, I expected you to stroll in here like you were on a Caribbean cruise, like so many of the high school graduations that I go to. But I see you're still coming into pomp and circumstance with a step, pause, that our drill sergeant, Mrs. Thompson, choreographed for us. And then there was that bright light glaring off of Superintendent Dr. Jacobson's bald head. And of course, the really important part, my neighbor, Glenn Jansen, who was the school board president, handed me my diploma as the principal, Mr. Finnessy, who probably had a smirk on his face, read my name, and that's it. That's all I really recall about that night. But I can tell you a little bit about our class anyway. This is us. Some of us were the last kindergarten class of the Maynard Consolidated Schools, and thus the inaugural first graders of the West Central Community School District, when our ranks were joined by students from Rangeley and Westgate. Later, school boundary lines would be redrawn, and we would exchange some families with what became Starmont or Fayette. And of course, over the years, some students would move in and others out. But lastly, Westgate Lutheran students joined us for high school. We are the largest class to ever graduate from here, at 72 members strong. We are farmers. We are farmers, accountants, educators, entrepreneurs, coaches, military personnel, city workers, and bankers. We work in factories, sales, healthcare, housekeeping, business, food service, construction, daycare, and churches. We are a magazine's graphic artist, a dog breeder, a radio personality, a model and Hollywood actress, a dentist, a scout leader, a horse breeder, a casino dealer, an Alaskan guide, and a school board member. We are brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, and grandparents. And on that note, my 10th grandchild is 4 days overdue right now, so I told him, hold it in a little longer. We are great citizens, and no doubt, we are other things that at this age I can't even recall, or else I shouldn't tell. But above all, we are friends. I say we to all of these things because I truly believe that we got each other through to our individual successes. Personally, I didn't become anything that society would call great, but I did what I was obviously put here to do, and so did each of my classmates. And I know that I couldn't have done it without the lessons that I learned from them. This is not a knock on your teachers, because I was one for 40 years. But the lessons that I remember most vividly are the things I experienced with those that shared my ride. Take this example, for instance. As a sophomore, in the back of the room in Mr. Reed's world history class, a young fellow that sat across the aisle from me pulled out a safety pin every day for nearly a month. He proceeded to use it to dig what I believe was a heart-shaped tunnel in his lower arm, and then dripped ink from a ballpoint pen into it, day after day. Consequently, my body has never cried out for a tattoo. The more I told him to knock it off, the deeper he dug. He could have at least put my initials in the heart. So I ask you now to take a moment and look around at each of your classmates who shaped your life. That teammate who knocked you down taught you that you have what it takes to get back up and go again. That guy who grossed you out in the lunchroom reiterated the need for manners that Mom and Dad always harped about. And that other gal who stole your boyfriend, trust me, girlfriend, she did you a favor. So please, before you walk out the door tonight, give each person completing this chapter with you a hug, a high five, or a handshake. It may be the last time you see them. We have lost 11 classmates. We lost our first dear soul at the age of 30. I find it fitting that tonight's ceremony is called Commencement, because tonight a new journey commences for you. Last weekend, my dear friend and your school board member, Mary Ann Munger, said, "I looked it up to be sure, but remember when Dr. Jacobson ended his speech at our graduation with Godspeed? That was really nice." No, I didn't remember. But not to be outdone by Mary Ann, I decided to look it up also. Just in case Godspeed meant there was a Lamborghini in my future. But no, when someone bids you Godspeed, they are wishing you success and good fortune for the journey you are about to embark on. Your next journey in the land of adventure begins tomorrow and will give you highs and lows, throw you curves, and turn your life upside down. But rest assured, it always rights it again. And just like a roller coaster, I hope that in 50 years, it brings you back right here where your ride started. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Now I'm going to sit down and try to figure out how I went from being a senior like you to a senior like them. And on behalf of my class of 1969, I bid each of you Godspeed.